Hi guys, today is Thursday, 18th of May 2023. It's 8:50 a.m. Pacific time and we're gonna take a look at the current load rates for flatbeds and step decks. We're gonna use the DAT ONE load board. Here, as you can see, that head origin is specified at 150 miles. Equipment type is flatbed or step deck and step deck. And the search bag is 2 hours and pickup date is specified at today, so 18th of May. And today only, as you see. Alright, we're gonna start with Ontario, California, and as we can see it will be 888 results, something from around $4 to $5 per mile. As you can see, the most common destinations are Arizona. Is Arizona actually the most common for the highest paying loads? Washington, Nevada, Utah, Colorado, New Mexico. If you are driving and listening to this video, I will try to talk more about what is visible on the screen. So we are displaying now loads from Ontario, California for flatbed or step deck, and for step deck. Search back 2 hours. We do not specify any load requirements or like in terms of weight or anything else, like just straight up flatbed and step deck. So the destinations are mainly within the Midwest. We have plenty of loads paying over $3 per mile. The most common state is, as visible, Arizona. We have loads to Colorado, to Washington, to Utah, to New Mexico, and so on. If you would like to find something going to, for example, to Texas, to the Midwest, for instance, we have something to Ohio here, South Dakota, to Texas. Still haven't seen any load so far. There are some loads to Texas, as we see, to Houston, for instance. However, they pay much less compared to the loads going to, for example, to Arizona. But you can find something to Texas as well. So right now let's take a look at Portland, Oregon. So basically from Ontario, California, so from the Los Angeles area, let's say, we have plenty of loads. However, the destinations are mainly the western states in the US. So in terms of Portland, we have 952 results, so it's quite similar to Ontario. The rates are also similar, as you can see, they start similar, starting from around $3.81 per mile. Going to Montana, we have loads to Montana, to Washington, to Idaho, to California, to Oregon. Obviously we have something here, mainly California, as Utah, as we can see, Arizona. However, I think here we have less loads paying over $3 per mile, a little bit less compared to Ontario, California. We have loads to Denver. It will be harder to find, I think it will be harder to find something going to the Midwest or to the East Coast or to the Gulf Coast area. However, and also they will pay lower, I would say, than from Ontario, California. However, the most common destinations here are similar to the one in Ontario, California. Alright, let's take a look at Seattle. Some of the loads might overlap due to the fact that we have 150 miles that had origin specified, and 326 results, starting from over $4 per mile. We have the same load here on the top. As we can see, destinations: Spokane area in Washington, Oregon, Montana, Idaho, Colorado, California, Utah. As you can see, Nevada as well. We have something to South Dakota. However, as you can see, we have much less actually loads which pay over $3 per mile. We have only a few of them with the rates specified. Obviously there is more loads. There are more loads actually here on this load board. However, not all of them have specified the rate on the posting, so keep that in mind. Okay, so right now let's take a look at Denver, Colorado. Let's go to Denver, 181 results, starting from around 350 per mile. The most common destinations again, the western states. So Wyoming, Utah, Colorado, Montana, Idaho. We had something here, I believe. Somewhere I saw something to Nebraska. We have something here. Yeah, and apart from Nebraska, we do not have anything going to the Midwest. We have something to Minnesota. We have something to Missouri, Maryland, Kansas, Florida. However, you see the rates, 47 cents per mile to Kansas, to Topeka, Kansas from Denver, nice. However, it's a partial load, so yeah, I maybe should have excluded it. Okay, but this one is full load for $1.89 per mile. This is not a good one, obviously. Okay, but this is how Denver market looks. Most of the destinations are, and the highest paying ones are going to Wyoming or Utah, or to another area in Colorado. As expected, the market is not good at all, I would say. So let's take a look at Phoenix, Arizona. Okay, so this is Phoenix, Arizona for flatbed and step deck. I decided to include the step deck in this video because we had a request from one of my viewers from Rob D to also cover step deck. So we have step deck and flatbed loads here. As we can see in Phoenix, we have 215 results, starting from, we have something for $4.06 per mile, and then we have loads for under $3 per mile. The most common destinations: New Mexico, Nevada, Colorado and California, obviously. So mainly the western states, and this market is not as good, not even nearly as good as the market in Ontario or in Portland, as expected. You have, let's say, I would say maybe not handful, you have like 10 loads paying more than $2 per mile, and that's it basically. The remaining loads are going to Albuquerque for $1.80. So this is how it looks for Phoenix. It's not a good market. It will be hard to find high paying load for a flatbed or for a step deck in Phoenix at the moment. Okay, so now we're gonna take a look at San Antonio and of course Austin together in one search. 296 results for both markets, or for one big market. Let's call it San Antonio market, with 150 miles that had origin, which also covers Austin, and we have few loads for paying over $6 per mile, 400 miles. 407 miles paying $6.14 per mile, probably some oversized, actually no information provided about it. So you gotta call the broker. Okay, we have plenty of loads for few loads paying over $4 per mile. The most common destinations are California. Actually, California maybe not. California won't be. Basically, most of the loads are going to another area in Texas. We have loads to Oklahoma, Arkansas. We have some loads to New Jersey, New York, Wyoming. Most of the loads obviously going to another area in Texas. However, and in Oklahoma. However, you can find something going to Georgia, for instance. There should be something going to Alabama and Florida as well. However, if you wanna go to, for example, Illinois, there is a load, but it pays just under $2 per mile. So basically, most of the loads, we have something to Minnesota, but most of the highest paying loads are going to another area in Texas. This is how it looks in San Antonio. Let's take a look at Houston, Texas. over 1800 results, starting from over $5 per mile for a flatbed and a step deck. Actually, here we have the highest paying ones are flatbed roads, and we see the destinations: Dallas, San Antonio, basically Texas, Oklahoma and Texas. Texas, Oklahoma, we have something to Colorado, New Mexico, but mainly Texas. Tons of loads going to Texas, as expected. Another area in Texas, obviously. Usually around 300 to 400 miles, sometimes 500 miles. And all the other loads, as we see, are going to New Mexico, Oklahoma, Wyoming, Alabama, and so on. It will be hard for you to find something paying over $3 per mile and going to, for example, the Northeast, or going to the Midwest or Seattle area if you would like to. Yeah, this is how it looks in Texas at the moment. However, there are so many loads that I think you will find something for like under $3 per mile, like $2.50. Going to the Midwest, I think you should be able to do so in Houston, but most of the loads, as expected, to Texas, and not that many loads going to Northeast or the Midwest and paying more than $3 per mile. Actually, maybe just a few, if any. So right now we're gonna take a look at Dallas, Texas. Let's see how it compares to Houston. 400 less loads, 400 less results, so 1400 results at the moment. Few loads, actually plenty of loads, paying more than $4 per mile. We have loads going to New Mexico, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas. Those are the highest paying loads. Those are the highest paying destinations at the moment, which is actually surprising. That's different from Houston, actually, because the highest paying loads were going to another area in Texas. We have plenty of loads going to western Texas, for instance, 370 miles loads. A few loads to Oklahoma, to Kansas, to Missouri, to Nebraska, Colorado, North Dakota, Florida, Alabama, Arizona. And we are still, the destinations I'm reading right now are still, the loads to those destinations are posted for more than $3 per mile. Illinois even, and it's 30,000 pounds for step deck, and nothing said about any overweight permit and anything else. So this market, I would say this market is better than Houston, even though in Houston you had more loads. However, I would prefer to be in Dallas area because of the variety of destinations which are paying more than $3 per mile. You can easily find something to Colorado, to Arkansas, to the Gulf Coast, to any other state in Gulf Coast area, or to the Midwest. You can easily find something for over $3 per mile from Dallas, which is not true for Houston at the moment, obviously. Okay, so right now we're gonna stay in the Gulf Coast area. We're gonna let's say move to the East Coast, and we're gonna cover Atlanta, and we're gonna also cover in one search. We're gonna cover Birmingham, Alabama market, because we have 150 miles that had origin specified. 2,300 results, starting from over $4 per mile, a few loads for paying over $4 per mile, around 300 mile haul for those loads. Most of the loads, as we see, the highest paying ones are going to Florida, to Tennessee, to South Carolina, to North Carolina, as we can see here, 250 miles, 300 miles. Those are the highest paying loads. We have something 900 miles I saw here. It's going to New Jersey. Yeah, a few of them. We have something to Illinois, paying more than $3 per mile. We have something to Texas, to Dallas. We have loads, obviously, Florida, but here we have Kentucky, paying more than $3 per mile from Atlanta. 420 miles for posted for $1,400. Step the load. Some loads to Massachusetts. Not that many loads going to the west coast, however you have plenty of loads going to the Midwest, to the Northeast, to Texas, to Florida. The market is decent, I would say, it's pretty good. But for over $3 per mile you will not find anything going to the west coast. Okay, so let's take a look at Charlotte, North Carolina. Let's see how it looks there. Almost 1,100 results, starting from over $4 per mile. The highest paying destinations visible at the moment are Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia, DC, Georgia, Florida, Indiana, New Jersey. So Northeast, we have something to Florida and to Ohio, so and Indiana, so the Midwest. Again, plenty of loads paying more than $3 per mile, however, yeah, this is most of the loads going to the Northeast. Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York, and Ohio additionally, let's say. Most of the loads from Charlotte area are going to the Northeast. As said, yeah, it will be hard again to find something from Charlotte which pays $3 per mile is going to California. Obviously it will be hard to find, if not impossible. Okay, Denver, Colorado, we have something for paying $2.83 per mile from Charlotte. Okay, so now let's take a look at Nashville, Tennessee. 700 results starting from, let's say, $3.80 per mile going to Virginia. The most common, let's say, destinations are Virginia, New York, Florida. I would say Kentucky here as well. I would say most of the loads are going to the Northeast or the Midwest, and also to another state in the South, as we see here. But New Jersey, New York really stand out for me, apart from those loads to Kentucky here. But yeah, the rates are decent, plenty of loads over $3 per mile. We have some loads to Louisiana, but again, not that many loads going to the west coast. I will try to find something maybe to the west coast and we'll see. Oh, we have some loads to Texas. Yeah, we have something to Seattle paying $2.23 per mile. This is one of the highest rated load to the west coast, which has obviously rate posted. So if you want to go to the west coast, you will find something from Nashville. However, you will not get that much on a per mile basis, but I think that's expected. Okay, let's take a look now at Chicago, Illinois. Let's take a look over 1,100 results starting from over $4 per mile, 552 miles to Columbus, Nebraska, for example, for $2,600. Flatbed or step deck, there is one load posted. We have loads to Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, we have some to New Jersey, North Dakota, Wisconsin. Those are the highest paying destinations at the moment. On the load boards, we also have Kentucky, Ohio, let's see, Pennsylvania, obviously, Georgia, Virginia, New Hampshire, Colorado, and so on. Let me see what is the highest paying load going to California at the moment. If you're interested going with Flatbed to California, you have one load for paying $2.29 per mile from Gary, Indiana to San Clemente, California. This is the only load which pays more than $2 per mile for $2,700 for 2,000 miles. Over 2,000 miles, plus that had 30 miles. Okay, so this is how it looks for Chicago. Let's take a look now at St. Louis. St. Louis, around 800 results, starting from $5 per mile. This is the same load to North Carolina. Okay, this is how it looks. North Carolina, and so on. So we have basically 3 loads. Also over $4 per mile. We have plenty of loads paying more than $3 per mile. Most of the loads are going to Kentucky, Iowa, Kansas, Pennsylvania, Illinois, and so on. So basically Midwestern states, let's say. Something to the northeast, something to Texas. So northeast, Midwest. You have something, for example, to Washington. There was something to Colorado, Texas. But the rates drop, basically. If you want to go to Washington again, you will get worse rate, around $2 per mile. Okay, this is how it looks. If it's not the same load actually as from the Chicago, Illinois search, because we have 150 miles radius, that might be it. So right now we're gonna take a look at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 617 results, starting from over $5 per mile, going to Charlotte, New York, and New York. We have plenty of loads paying more than $4 per mile, going to Maine, New York, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Vermont, and that's it. For the destinations paying more than $4 per mile. Then just under $4 per mile we have Ohio, you have Michigan, Connecticut, Vermont, we have something to Maine again, Delaware, and so on. So basically northeast, most of the loads are going to the other northeastern states. 400 miles, 300 miles, this is the mile range for the highest paying loads. So basically one day loads are obviously the most common ones, actually even less than, it will take less than 1 day to deliver the load. So we see a lot of them, like 300 miles. Yeah, this is how it looks in Pittsburgh. You can find something if you want to go to the Midwest as well. You can, for example, pick up something from Illinois, then go to Pittsburgh. But actually here you have it from Cleveland, which is 130 miles deadhead, which is not that good. You can go, for example, from Illinois to Ohio, and on the other day on the way back, I think there shouldn't be any issue to catch something like that, if everything goes smoothly at the receiver, obviously. Okay, so the last market for today will be Detroit, Michigan. There we're gonna finish at Detroit. Finish in Detroit. Let's see how it looks in Detroit. 625 results, starting from over $4 per mile. I would say similar market to Pittsburgh a bit, similar volume. Destinations, the northeastern states, Pennsylvania, New York mainly. You have some loads to Michigan, to Iowa, to Massachusetts, Minnesota, and so on. North Dakota as well, Ohio, Tennessee, Oklahoma. We have something to Colorado and Utah, but those loads are already lower, and you have here $2.30 per mile. But mainly the northeastern states and the midwestern states are the destinations, the highest paying destinations, obviously. However, as I said, Colorado and Utah are also here. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see any particular market in the upcoming videos, please let me know in the comments. If you would like to see any other equipment type maybe, please also let me know. And thank you very much for watching my videos on my channel, and see you guys soon. Bye bye.